Hi, my name is Max. Welcome to the Talk with Max. In my previous videos, I began to talk about the triple graces. First one is pursue, the second one overtake, and the third one is recover. I talked about pursuing, overtaking, and then today in this video I'm going to be talking about recovery. What is recovery? It's restoration. Recovery is taking back. It's getting back what the enemy has taken from you. It's getting back what you have lost. It might be money, it might be your peace, it might be your health, it might be your joy. There are so many things that can be taken from you. So today I'm going to be talking about recovery. Why is it necessary for you to take back what the enemy has taken from you, especially when you're trying to face your future, when you're trying to move forward after losing a loved one? It is very, very important for you to recover all. Sometime in the past, after losing my loved one, I saw that one of the things that the enemy has taken from me is my rest, my peace. He took my joy. Everything that had to do with me was almost gone. I was losing myself. I was losing my mind. I was losing my stability. But if the Lord didn't help me, I wouldn't have come back to this place today strong and happy. So we are going to be talking about how you recover the things that has been taken from you. When can restoration happen? After you have pursued, after you have overtaken the enemy, then the next thing is to recover the things he has taken from you. Is to take back, because the devil is a liar. He cannot leave you at the place where you have lost all. No, you have to fight. That's why we talked about pursuing, and then you have to overtake the things that you have to overcome for you to come to this place of recovery. Recovery, I want you to note, can only come when you have come to a place of rest. After you have pursued, you have come to terms with what has happened. You have gathered yourself back. You have taken a decision that you are not going to die where your loved one died. When you have taken a decision that it is time to move forward, then at that point you begin to have peace. When peace comes, rest comes. And when rest comes, what follows is recovery. When rest comes, you cannot recover except you come to the place of rest. Why is rest necessary? It is necessary because if you don't have rest, your mind will not be able to receive new ideas. But when you come to a place of rest, your mind is open. You can receive fresh ideas. You can hear the Lord. You can perceive what God is saying to you per time, because you have peace of mind. You have peace. You are at peace with your neighbors. You are at peace with your children. You are at peace with God. And so your mind is open to receive what God is saying. Your mind is open to embrace the new that is coming to you. Your mind is open because you are at a place of rest to come to your next level, to enter into your next level. So that is why the place of rest is very, very important, because if you don't have rest, you will not come to your next level, and you will not begin to see the things that God is giving your way. You will not begin to see your new position. You will not begin to enter into your new level that God is placing right before you. So it is very, very important for you to come to that place of rest and the place of peace. At a time when I lost my loved one, I lost it all. But sometime along the line, I had to gather myself and go to the Lord in prayers and ask him, Lord, what next? Because I can't stay in this place of pain and sorrow and mourning and sighing and grieving and then pity-partying for so long. No, I have to move on because of the things that are ahead of me. And I came to a place, I took some time and I retreated and I began to ask the Lord, what next? What next? And one of the things he said to me on that mountain, in fact, I can share my encounter. I had an encounter. I was on the altar in my secret place. At that place, I was praying and I noticed a being right beside me, and I knew that a being was there, but I didn't see him. So I began to ask, who are you? And what I heard shocked me, because I had come to the place of peace that made me to now begin to ask, Lord, what next? And I was shocked by the answer. I heard, I am Gabriel that stands in the presence of God. I have come with a message. I was shocked. I looked around me. I didn't see anybody. And I said, okay, like Samuel, this is an angel of the Lord. He said his name is Gabriel. And I went on and I asked him, what is your mission? What have you come to do? I heard him say, I have come to give you peace. I have come to give you peace. And this peace I give you is the peace that surpasses every understanding. And he said to me, even though the heaven is falling upon the earth, even though the storm is so overwhelming, I am going to give you peace. You won't even know that you're passing these things. And I said, oh wow. And I began to thank the Lord. And that was what helped me. That singular encounter helped me to pass through what I had to pass through for a period of 2 years. If I may tell you, because you will be wondering, what did she pass through? What was it that was so difficult that an angel had to visit? Yes, I lost my husband. He just went for a 2 weeks visit to China on a business trip. He left on the 31st of December that particular year, and on the 5th, just 5 days after, I spoken with him and he was okay. But 5 days after, I began to receive a message that he was demised. It was shocking. I didn't believe it. Somebody that I spoke with yesterday, I spoke with him just, oh my. And the problem was not losing him. The problem was, how do we begin? It was in a foreign country, all the way in China. And how do we begin to, I began to make inquiries. What's to do? How do we bring his remains back? All that. And before we even went into it, COVID set in, and it was impossible. All I was hearing from the Chinese authorities, from the people in the home office, Nigerian home office in China, was that, oh, there was no way that his remains could be shipped back or sent by cargo. No, a family member had to come. And before I could get the visa ready, try to get the money ready, COVID set in. And this was COVID. Everybody was running around. Countries and nations were shut down. The gates and borders of countries were shut down. It was almost 2 years after. And I was determined to bring his remains back because I didn't want him to be cremated. I was waiting at this particular place. You know how it is. Your loved one died. It's far more better that you lost somebody, you buried, you have closure, and you move on. But this one, I was at this particular place waiting for almost 2 years before it came true. What I was believing God for happened, and his remains. So it was a period of elongated pain and sorrow and confusion and frustration and sickness and all that. But at the end, so you understand what I mean when God had to send me the angel of peace from heaven. So it was when that angel of peace came that my mind could begin to comprehend so many things. It was from that place of peace that I began to know exactly what to do, how to handle, who to call, how to channel my prayers and all that. And at the end of the day, God said to me on that same mountain, he said, because you have believed for this one thing without wavering, trusting me that I'm able to do it, I am going to do it for you. And it wasn't long after I had my answers, and the remains of my husband was brought back and laid to rest. So you understand what I mean when I tell you that you must come to a place of rest before you begin to see ideas, before you begin to hear what God is saying. You must have picked yourself up from the place of grief, from the place of crying and expecting pity parties and all that. So you need rest. Why again do you need rest? You need rest because if you don't have rest, your mind won't be at rest. If you are not at rest, the things around you won't be at rest. You can't comprehend. You won't understand. Your mind will be going haywire. You will not be able to see even when people are talking to you. So rest brings restoration. So I charge you and I encourage you, if you're still at the place of confusion, now is the time for you to gather yourself and bring yourself to a place of rest so that you can recover all that the enemy has taken from you. I know that you are not going to be able to recover your loved one, but there are things around that you have lost that you can recover. For instance, I recovered my joy. I recovered my peace. I recovered my mind. I could see things. I could think comprehensively. I could understand what people are saying. The place of rest is the only place when God can come in and take charge and do what he has planned to do for you. If you don't have rest, then you won't be able to get restoration or take back the things the enemy has taken from you. So you also need to come to that place of rest so that you can start afresh. When you start afresh, you begin to recover. I see you recovering all that the enemy has taken from you in the mighty name of Jesus Christ. So most times, stress and exhaustion of the mind, of the body, brings us to a particular place of sickness. And when you're sick, you can't move on. You can't go on. So that is why it is very, very important for you to bring yourself to that place of rest. Just like I said in my previous videos, the death of a loved one is not the the end of the road. God still has a plan for you. Yes, you lost your honor, you lost your dignity, but you can't recover these things if you don't come to the place of rest and come to terms with the fact that the end has not come to your life. You don't put an end to everything just because you lost a loved one. Yes, you are widowed, but you are not withered. So don't allow the situations of life to crush you or to bring you to a place where you have become withered, that you can't move on. You can't be dejected just because you lost a loved one. Yes, the loss is huge, I know, because I passed through the same thing, but you will have to help yourself so that you can recover all that the enemy has taken from you. Rest is important for you to have restoration. Try as much as you can so that you can come to terms with what has happened. There are 3 stages. Yes, the loss, and then the healing, the scars. You come to a place of healing after the loss. Then after the healing, you have to come to a place of rest so that the scars that you encountered will begin to go away. So that is my charge. That is the end of our video today. Do not forget to subscribe to our channel, and do not forget to like our video. See you in my next video, and please click on the bell icon so that you can know when I post my next video.